I'm Wendy Jelbert and welcome to Doors and Windows in Watercolours. We're going to be doing a cottage door surrounded by beautiful brickwork. As you see, I've transferred this tracing onto my watercolour paper, so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is to mask out a few areas. Clean side of the masking fluid container there and draw in the brickwork. And occasionally just clean that edge off, otherwise it'll blob and go a bit thicker. It's just slightly changing direction because of the perspective of everything. That's the bricks. And again, clean that. Put some wording on there. It doesn't have to be too perfect. And a few bits of foliage and greenery, perhaps with a bit of texturing there. So this is feathery. Goes right down around the bicycle. Around we go. The spokes, a little bit of detail in the pot. Right, I think that's nearly there. Edge of the plinth here. There, I think that's about completed that task. Right, I need to let this dry now before we continue to the next stage. Right, we will start with the brickwork, and I'm going to wash water just over the whole surface so we can put a wet into wet combined wash of burnt sienna, orange, bit of violet and a bit of grey. That mixture is going to be around the plants and down the centre there. That's right. Now a bit of burnt sienna, so we put this colour on there. There we go, run that colour. So again, this is going to be a different amount of tones because of the water content. Putting this there. Goes round the pot, there. Here we are. And let that, it's kind of spiky against the greenery it meets in the flower bed. And then we can put some little dabs of, just a little bit of violet in there. Put that. We can dab a bit, just a couple of dabs, so you've got even more variation with the tone. There we go. A bit more burnt sienna. This is going around the roses, typical English cottage this is, along there. So it kind of eats into that shape, but it's also hidden by the greenery. And just a little dab there, over the masking fluid. Bit of violet, again, bit of violet. This goes down the other side of the door because that's a bar of brickwork, so it should all match up. There we are. Plonk a little bit of that on. There we go. And just a touch of grey there, and perhaps there. So it ages it as well. So it's got lovely colour but an ageing quality to it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do this part here. I'm going to put some greys, different greys here, and again this will start showing up the shape of the bicycle. So we've got the shape of the door shown up by this colouring, and we're doing grey with a little bit of cerulean there. So we're wrapping that colour around the bottom of the bike and around the greenery. There we are. It needs to be dark enough to show that shape up around there. So that goes in the full wheel shape there. And everything will be revealed when we rub the masking fluid off. A bit of cerulean, just a little bit bluer, so there is a variation on that greyness, otherwise that would be a bit too dull. And lose that into the shadow. Pull that over the paving slabs. And then we can get some dots and dashes of the cobblestones. To put a dab of yellow ochre in there as well. You don't want to stir it up because that become green, but you don't want to lose the shapes. So putting that there like there. And bringing again a bit of burnt sienna there, because this is made of bricks, there, and around the greenery. Perhaps just a few more accents of darker bricks with the violet. It just makes it a more interesting feature. And I'm going to put some grey in behind this wheel with a touch of cerulean. Now we're going to go in for the greens now. We need to re-wet all this. And this is going to help with the shape of the door and the porch and the bicycle. It's just some lovely connecting colours